Remember what we discussed. Only speak if spoken to. Keep the interaction at a calm level, and let me do any negotiations that come up.
I understand, but he doesn't seem like the serious type.
It's better to be professional than improper during these sort of things.
Do you think he will do something bad?
Unlikely. It all depends on how we approach the situation. Though if things escalate, that's where you come in.
Is that why you wanted me to come along?
Not entirely. This can also serve as a learning opportunity of how to speak with high figures and potentially dangerous subjects.
Right.
There's also a possibility that he'll react to your presence beside me.
Why?
He's expecting only me. We'll act accordingly depending on what he says.
What if he asks me to leave?
I'll request that you remain. If he refuses, then you'll wait outside until he and I are finished talking. We're the guests here. His office, his rules.
And if things go south?
Then I trust you to intervene in time and keep the damage minimal.
No promises.
Looks like we're not the only ones here. Stay close. Hello there.
Hello, sir. What can I do for you?
We're here to speak with Vox.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes,
Can I get a name?
James.
For 7:30?
That is correct.
All right, thank you. Mr. Vox will call when he's ready for you. Please have a seat there.
Thank you.
So this is the headquarters of Voxtech. Impressive stuff.
I suppose.
This place doesn't look too bad. Kind of similar to our office.
Perhaps.
You seem distracted. Everything alright?
I'm focused. Trying to think.
Alright. Hey James! Look over there! It's Velvet!
Are you surprised to see her here?
I mean, no, but still. It's cool to see another one of the V's.
She looks busy. And don't point fingers, it's rude.
Alright, but didn't you wanna talk with her at one point?
I considered it. Maybe someday we'll talk. But for now, our attention should be focused on the task at hand.
You are not even the least a bit curious?
About what?
Talking with the other V's, they must have secrets of their own.
Again, we have bigger things to worry about right now. Let's get through this meeting, and then we'll discuss further plans.
Mr. Vox is ready for you, sir.
Come. It's time.
You nervous? I never seen you this tense before.
There's a lot to consider. We'll take this one step at a time. No exceptions. Good evening, Vox.
So, you're the guy. James, was it?
That is correct.
And, who's the rat?
This is Ivan. He will be joining us today.
So, this thing is a pet of yours, or...?
He is not a pet, and please do not disrespect my friend like that.
He's a friend of yours? Alright. And why is he here?
I'm just here to watch and learn.
Oh, it talks.
What do you mean by that?
Weird accent. Anyway, I think we should just get down to business.
I agree.
Just to set things straight, we both know why you're here, right?
Yes.
Does the rodent know?
I have a name, you know.
Hush!
Feisty one.
Ivan is only somewhat informed. Perhaps a review would help clear any possible confusion.
Well, it's pretty clear what happened. I was in the middle of a meeting when one of my colleagues spotted a guy through the window spying on us. Thought he was just a fanboy, but you can never be too careful, right? Poor guy didn't get far before we caught up to him. Brought him back here and made him squeal. Spill the beans that he worked for you and that he was here to quote-unquote observe. He was taking pictures and everything. And now you're here because you're his boss. Sounds about right?
That somewhat summarizes things.
So, now I ask you the burning question. Why are you spying on us?
That phrasing misrepresents my true intentions and methods.
Well, sending one of your goons to take pics of me sounds a lot like stalking. And trust me, this isn't the first time this has happened. We've caught other people in similar places. Mostly fans or wannabes who think they have a shot at replacing us.
And you've spoken with them like this as well?
No, actually, we usually just force them into soul contracts or kill them.
Did you do so with 067?
Who?
Hector, the spy you caught.
Ivan!
Wait, you've got numbers for your people instead of names? Yeesh.
Ivan, keep quiet. I will not warn you again. Only speak to him if he addresses you directly. My apologies, Vox. We were discussing 067's fate.
Yeah, he's still kicking downstairs somewhere.
067 is alive? Would it be possible to regain custody of him?
Well, you still gotta tell me what he was doing and why. Don't worry about your friend. He's not going anywhere.
What 067 said to you was truthful. I did indeed send him to observe your day-to-day routines and responsibilities.
And why are you doing this?
I will not disclose too much, but I'm filling an archive. Whatever I can learn, I try to keep it stored for future research and references.
And this archive, it's just there for you whenever you want? Or are you selling this shit like data?
I do not distribute any of the information I gather, not the data I have of you or any of the others I've worked with.
Uh-huh. Sorry if I seem skeptical, but that doesn't really click. Your so-called archive seems kinda useless if it's not being used for anything.
To distribute the things I gather would violate the privacy of every subject I've talked with.
Right, because you sending a guy to spy on me definitely isn't violating my privacy. I suggest you should fess up and tell me what your whole deal is before I lose my patience.
I do not know what else to tell you. In a more bare-bones explanation, you could say that I am attempting to figure out what makes a demon tick.
That's stupid. The fact that others bought into this is just comical.
Is it really? Understanding of others and how they think is quite an advantage to have. I would hope you of all people know this.
Care to explain?
Your company and whole shtick. Screens, eyes in every street corner, and control. I've done my own research. Vox Tech is an empire built on security within a foundation based on consumerism, you at the center of it. Every screen in this city is just another set of eyes for you to see what's going on. Not to mention the marketing and advertising. You know how your customers think and how to control them. Isn't your whole slogan saying that we should trust you?
Alright, I get it. But I actually do something with that. I own this town because I have that power. And what do? You figure out how someone thinks and then what? You sit on your ass and wait till it's useful?
It becomes useful once I create opportunities to learn more.
And how's that working out for you?
Well, I can make one right now if you'd like a demonstration of what I do.
Gee, this ought to be something.
Ivan, how long have we been observing Mr. Vox?
For about 2 months.
And what have we learned so far?
Well, let's see. Obsession with control, employees manipulation for profit, has a short temper for things outside his understanding or area of involvement, and holds a deep-rooted hatred for the radio demon that extends far deeper than the public is aware of. Should I keep going, James?
That'll do. In the short time we've had, we've come to understand your workings quite well. And what intrigues me the most is just how extreme your hatred for Alistair goes.
Oh, you don't want to go there, pal.
Why not? Am I not proving my point to you?
And what point would that be exactly?
Understanding of how one thinks and interprets things can be a valuable asset. My mere mention of Alistair had you tensing up and changed this whole conversation.
Be careful where you go with this, James. You're walking on thin ice here.
Very well. As I was saying before, once you find the thing which a person is most passionate about, whether it's positive or negative, you may use that as a guide to their way of thinking. Your unwavering distaste of Alistair is a prime example. When I begin to discuss him, your attention and enthusiasm spikes, with you often interjecting with your own comments, or even getting defensive occasionally.
What could you possibly know? What in the...
My point stands. But now, let's get back to the main point of this whole meeting. I've explained to you what 067 was doing and why. I request that he be put back in my custody so I may deal with him accordingly.
Right then. I'll get my people to hand him over.
Thank you. Is there anything else we should discuss before parting ways?
Yeah, let's talk about how I've never heard of you before now. If you've got this whole operation of figuring out shit and you've talked with enough people to have numbers for your employees, how are you still a ghost in the system?
That's quite easy. We're not part of the system. My people work in such a way that we stay hidden and learn without interrupting anything that may be going on. Basically, hidden witnesses. Something 067 failed to uphold.
That's impossible. I've got eyes everywhere.
As do I. But while your cameras and screens are abundant and obvious, I have eyes in the way of informants. Spies, moles, rats. They're often hidden in plain view. You can never tell them apart in a crowd. Notes are taken, interviews recorded, and it's all brought back to me. Truth be told, you're a factor in why we use cassettes instead of more modern technology. Avoids any unwanted breaches in security.
Of course, you're another stubborn dick who doesn't move on with the times. Exactly how deep does this whole thing go?
More than you think. We've had recent success in talking to more high-profile subjects, including Alistair.
Wait, you've talked with him?
Yes. My next meeting with him is coming up soon, actually.
How did you get him to agree on that? Tell me!
It's simply understanding how a person thinks.
So, who else have you talked with?
The princess, her partner, Alistair's companion, Angel Dust.
Fuck, you've been busy. Angel? Does Val even know?
I do not know. And frankly, it does not matter. He's irrelevant to me as of now.
Right.
I have a few of my own questions now, actually.
Make 'em quick. I've got something coming up soon.
What percentage of your workers have sole contracts with you?
In VoxTech as a whole? Like 78%. The rest are just normal employees who need to get by.
Interesting.
And is your friend here in a sole contract with you?
Ivan? No. I personally find the idea of owning another person repulsive. To take away one's autonomy is inhumane and wrong. What gave you the idea?
Patterns, mostly. People with sole contracts gradually begin to look like their owners over time. My guys go dark blue and black with a digital twist occasionally. Your friend Ivan's got the same glasses and coat, so...
I see. Well, I can say that's purely coincidental. As for aesthetics, I'm more concerned about practicality than appearance.
Good for you.
Ivan, do you have any questions for Mr. Vox?
Yes, actually.
And nothing about Subject 021.
Fine. Why do you think it's important to stay up with the times?
Good.
It's obvious to anyone with a functioning brain. You stay relevant, popular, and keep up with the trends that can be used to grow your business. Anytime something becomes the new craze, we're on it like white on rice. The public sees that they can trust us to have what they want. You got what the people want, you have their money and attention. Dumbasses like Alistair stay in the past and cling on to what was popular way back when. He's old news and thinks one little gimmick can carry him for the rest of eternity. Meanwhile, I'll advance and become stronger with the march of innovation and technology. Eventually, I'll grow so strong that no one will be able to stop me. Radio will be up against a digital takeover with media and entertainment beyond what was once thought possible. Alistair will fall and beg for mercy on his knees. It's only a matter of time.
Wow.
There's the Vox we've been watching. Nice to see the real you. As for the war between TV and radio, I wish for you to take your time. I don't want to miss a second of it.
So, you're rooting for me?
I'm rooting for whoever wins.
In other words, you'll be celebrating my victory.
If you say so. I think we're done here. Thank you for talking with us.
Before you go, let's make a deal.
What did you have in mind?
You stop spying on me, and I'll forget this little incident ever happened.
And if I refuse?
Then it wouldn't take me long to find your headquarters and wreck everything you've built.
You can't do that!
I offered a simple ultimatum. No need to throw a fuss.
I'll agree to this on one condition. I'll stop the observations if you agree to speak with me personally more often. This way, your privacy isn't violated and I continue learning uninterrupted.
Fair enough. Let's shake on it.
No need. I trust you.
Son of a... Should have seen that coming. Your spy will be waiting at the back entrance of the building. 2 of my guys will be there. Use the code word projectionist and they'll give him to you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Later.
Subject 067. Your mission was to watch Vox and not be seen. Yet your cover was blown.
Sir, please. I didn't think I could be seen. I followed my training and...
Subject 067. After violating the first rule of your assignment, did you follow protocol afterwards?
I did! I tried to get away. I took the routes you taught me, I swear!
Subject 067. You failed to escape and were captured, disclosing private information about our organization when interrogated.
James, please, just listen. I'm so sorry. I couldn't do it.
Subject 067. State the pledge you took when you joined our ranks.
Observe, learn, never interfere.
Tell me, 067. Did you break that pledge? Do you know what happens now?
Please, no.
Give me a reason I shouldn't.
I promise I'll do better. I swear on my life I made a small mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. Please, just give me a second chance. Even Ivan got a second chance.
But I earned that second chance. James was generous when he let me try again. I did a lot for him in the past, and I had earned his trust.
Ivan, please, I thought we were friends.
You've been here for months. I've been here for years. Almost as long as James himself.
The matter of fact is, you made an error too early in your commitment to this organization. We can't allow that to happen anymore. I'll give you a choice. You either get thrown into the street to fend for yourself, or I send you to the corrector and you keep this position.
No, James, please. I'm begging you. I don't have anywhere else to go. I've seen what that thing does. Please don't send me there.
Hector, you should be getting executed for this. I'm allowing you to live and giving you the option of choice. Your second chance is life.
James, look at him. He's in pieces.
You're defending him?
No, it's just... I was like him at one point.
But you never made any errors in that period of time.
Just let him try one more time. If he messes up again, it's straight to the corrector or death. Your choice.
Fine. Ivan, take him to the holding cells.
Oh my god. Thank you, James. Thank you.
I trust you won't make me regret this, 067.
I won't, sir. Never.
I'll see you tomorrow for evaluation and reassignment.